Hi, Mr. Guarino. So it is your turn. So I am looking forward to getting into this. I want to see what's up with the reflector on that screen. I don't know if it's because the reflector is missing or because the LCD screen is bad. So that's going to be a thing. I did purchase, as you directed me to do, I found and purchased that replacement stem, because yours is obviously broken in pieces there and there. This is new, old stock, genuine Seiko. And the hard part to find actually is this, the split stem part. This just actually screws in here. That's what happened, is this threaded section used to be here, dropped in here. The problem is the outer section, that's not a problem to find. Those are easy. This bit, and there's just no way to get that stump out of there. Boy, and believe me, I've tried. Okay, but we have a good, genuine NOS for you. And it's time for me to get into this watch. Oh, you also said that you wanted the genuine NOS replacements crystal, which I do have, and that's it. I don't see any cracking here. I'm looking at your shroud now. I don't see any cracking here at the areas where it tends to want to crack. That said, I have to remove the shroud in order to rebuild the case. There's just no way around it. I'll do my absolute best to keep this. The material that Seiko used for these was kind of semi-flexible back when it was new. It was like a heavy-duty plastic. Now, all of the volatile rubberizing agents or elasticating agents are long gone. In some shrouds more than others, and they can just shatter. They'll just shatter, and they start coming to pieces. I will do my absolute level best to preserve your shroud. If the shroud cracks, I can try to repair it. But I also have replacements. I have an aftermarket plastic, and I have a really nice aftermarket metal one, a black anodized, and that's a really good one. Okay, so let me get going. It is time to strip that strap off, and then we'll go. The screws look a little different. Isn't that weird? Come on. Oh boy. Let's see if I can get this one out. Oh boy. Okay. All three are stuck. I certainly hope somebody didn't glue them in place. I gotta get serious. Okay, it is sometime later. I have your case all broken down, including all your buttons are all apart. I've cleaned and polished those because they were rusted in place. Speaking of rusted in place, I was able to get 2 of your shroud screws out, despite them being pretty well rusted into the case. Third one, couldn't do it. Couldn't get it out. It stripped out, and I had to drill out the head, and then I had to, all that was left was like this stump that I couldn't get a handle on, and I had to hand file in flat spots to get a grip on it. But I was able to do that, and I got your stump out. So I have replacement screws. That's cool. When I was working on getting this out, because the screw was here, it prevented me from getting the shroud off. So I had to work on this with the shroud on. Your shroud is actually in decent condition. Otherwise, surprisingly, besides that, it flexed pretty nicely and came right off. Now, if this doesn't work for you or you want a newer shroud, I do have a beautiful metal shroud. You let me know if you're interested in that. Anyway, I'm extremely relieved that I was able to get that screw out. I was starting to be afraid that I was going to have to actually drill this out. I mean, that's all that was left of it, but I got it out. So now I'm going to rip down the movement, and we're going to go from there. There's your dial. Yeah, definitely got some water in through that crown, for sure. And it sat, darn it, and it sat underneath the dial. Look at that. I'm trying to see, it does, I can't tell if there was an ink date stamp there or not. Your sweep seconds hand was rusted onto the pinion as well, and that proved difficult to get off as well. Okay, there's that. LCD screen, I bet you anything, I think the reflector, I think it's upside down. I think that's the underside. They put it in together wrong. Wacky. Okay, again, if that's the case, that would be a huge win. That would be just a gigantic win. Let's get this apart. Right now I am taking off there's that battery. Let us get this off of here. Oh, okay. A little bit of water got in there. Yikes. Okay, I will need to hand clean that. Okay, so now though, now is the answer to the question. I gotta hand clean that. Did they put, yes they did. Whoever that person was who made that suggestion, you were mostly right, as I was. The reflector, gosh darn it, the reflector, I'm talking to you, was in upside down. Your LCD screen actually looks pretty fine. It looks the right color. Okay, so that's good. You get that over there. I'm gonna have to that looks okay. Your LCD screen looks okay. Your circuit, I have to clean connections over here. There's some moisture did sit on and around the CMOS. I hope the circuit isn't bad. It's definitely got some rust. I'm gonna have to hand clean this, so there's gonna be corrosion remediation. It's just the way that it is. Okay, let us get that coil off of there. Oh, look at that. You're missing your plastic spacer plate. Where is it? It's supposed to be a plastic thing right here. That's weird. Somebody lost it and then didn't know to put it back. That's pretty bananas. I have them. Come on. Out, out. Out, 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 out. Come on. That looks okay. Your stem release lever does not look okay. It looks rusty. Rusty as heck. And the plating's coming off of it, so I think we should simply replace this. I have them, so I'll clean this, but I'm gonna put in a new one because that is not okay. Just sweep hand. Okay, I got that. There's another one, but that's rusted. Well, I can't do a quickie search. I'll need to do another search. And I need to find one of those plastic spacers. Okay, that's all out of there. Oops, I almost forgot this one. Come here. Out, out, out. Okay, here's your black spacer block. I'm gonna have to hand clean that. And now to rip apart your train. Like that. Okay, I'm going to be right on top of doing the train, so I want to look really close at it, which means my visor's going to be blocking it, which means I'm going to turn this off, because you're not going to see anything of me. I need to be right on top of it. But I'll continue ripping that down, and we will go from there. Okay, your movement is going back together, and I just noticed something. You see that little metal post right there? Yours is missing, so I don't know where it went. It's just gone. This one had some interesting work done to it, but okay, I've got your movement going back together, and I just discovered something. Somebody, whoever worked on this, did some funky stuff. You'll remember this, darn it, this plastic protector was missing, and I got one of those. See that hole right there? It's supposed to have that metal post in it. Your metal post, it's for locating the and keeping the metal back plates in place. It's missing, so I am going to extract that and put it in there. I'm not going to switch the whole one because this one's actually a little damaged, but I'm going to harvest that post and put it there. Just FYI. And there is your post. All in place. Okay, so good news, your circuit is essentially intact. Bad news, this segment on your LCD is dead. I have taken this apart, cleaned it, I've swapped out the connections between this and the circuit. It's just dead. It has a single line and it comes down there and it goes through this and down. I've cleaned all those connections. So short of replacing your entire circuit, you've got that little dead segment. But I think all things considered, where we came from, we're in a good place so far. I nailed it. I was able to, I just couldn't accept that this looked so good and that would have dead segments. I couldn't accept it. So I went back in and I moved things to make sure that the connections were solid everywhere. And there we are. Every segment works exactly as it should. So the problem was that there's like these little rubber connections that go between the LCD screen and the circuit, and they were not making complete contact, and that is what was stopping us. Whew. I tell you, to get that done, that was That was 2.5 hours of work to get this to the point that it's fully functional. But I did it. Whew. So we have it here on the fantabulous QT99 quartz tester. And this is our timing. This number is seconds, 10th of a second, 100th of a second. So over the course of a 24-hour day, it will gain 2 100ths of a second per day currently, which is extraordinarily accurate. Super cool. Normally I show this process, but that kind of got away from me. So let's talk about it. There is your finished watch. Okay, I've set it to your local time. Chronograph works. Come on, clear. Okay, there's that. It's the correct date. There is your local time. There's your alarm, blah, 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 all that stuff. Wednesday 9. There's your light. There's your alarm. It is fully functional. The rotating ring turns lightly and smoothly, or clickily. Here are all of the bad parts. It's not all the parts, because there are some parts that were missing that I had to replace. But there are your gaskets. There's what's left of this screw. There's what's left of your stem. There's the old crown gasket. There's this magnetic shield thing. There's your old battery. This is your original crystals in here. That's the packet for the genuine new crystal that's in here. It's genuine Seiko. It has the AR coating on the inside. And I don't know, man. You had a couple bad things. That is your stem release lever. This is one of your circlip button things. It's just bad, rusty. And also, it was slightly tweaked. It didn't want to let go, and it held on one side, and it bent when it came off. But there it is. A real satisfaction to bring back a watch that was this damaged. Okay, that's about it. Thank you so much for your business and sending this wonderful, cool watch in. It was a challenge. I'm not gonna lie, it was a challenge. I had to, you may remember I talked about having to drill out a screw. I had to drill out this screw right here. The heat got into the shroud a little bit right there. But, you know, I was drilling out a screw, trying to do my best to not do any major damage, and also most specifically trying not to damage the threading that's inside the case, and I managed to do that, so that's good. I don't know, that's it. Okay, thank you very much.